Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome in. This is a very busy week. We have, as I'm doing this reading, Uranus is going retrograde. Okay, in Taurus. So there can be some kind of big changes around how you're viewing yourself in terms of your self-esteem. Also in terms of your values. You might be like, hey, wait a second. I don't believe that. I'm not doing that. All right. So there could be some big changes in the offing. We have a Pisces full moon this week. And that is a lot about releasing any emotions that you might have, releasing anything that isn't aligned with your spiritual mission and path. And then we have first of all, we have Venus going direct. So a lot of people this week and last week have been having trouble with sensitivities and all kinds of craziness. So just know next week, Venus is going direct in Leo. That should feel better to a lot of you. And right the next day, so that's September 3rd, right? September 3rd, Venus is going direct. September 4th, Jupiter is going into retrograde. Lots to contend with. That would make it, I think it's 6 or 7 retrogrades, including Chiron. So that is a lot, and a lot of them are going to stick around now till between October and the end of the year. So just know that this time of living has to do with us reflecting. Every single planet that's in retrograde is about reflection. And if we're not liking the reflection in our mirror, the only thing we can do, don't change the mirror. You're going to get the same reflection. It's change us. So that's what's going on. Got karmic path happening. Wow, that came up in the twin flame reading too, exactly in the same place. Relief. Thank goodness. All right, message coming through. Wow. So yesterday, some of you watched the twin flame reading. I don't know if you do or you don't, but what was going on there was like, definitely some kind of jealousy, some kind of blocking of movement forward because of jealousy or because of look what they're doing, kind of paying attention to other people's stuff instead of just paying attention to yourself. I feel like this might be alleviated. Wow, within 24 hours, a big lift, okay? A big lift as the message is going to come through. And I just feel like some of us are paying attention to false narratives that we create about what's possible for us and what's not possible for us. Those things, my friend, are holding you back. The thing is, you can manifest like crazy, but your mind, so your heart is like kind of like, oh, sweetness, and this is what I want, and follow your heart and all of that. Your mind's like, nope, that's not possible. And so you crush your own manifestations. Your beliefs are what's crushing the manifestations, what you believe is possible. Take a look at your own beliefs. It's a mirroring, right? Take a look at your own beliefs, because if you're not believing in yourself, especially, like you may have good reason to believe that it's not reasonable for the love of your life to show up, or that all the good ones are taken, or that it's not possible for me to leave this job and start my own business, or it's not possible. If you believe it's not possible, then it's not possible. Then you're right. No matter what you think, negative or positive, you're right. If that doesn't show you that you're a massively strong creator, then I don't know what will. And the fact is that it's not the intensity of love and hate are seen in the universe as the same thing. And when you manifest, it's the intensity. So you get more of what you love and you get more of what you hate. Why don't we love what we really want? Because we don't believe it's true. All right, so we keep grinding. The 10 of Wands here. Sun. 3 of Swords. King of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. And the Page of Swords. Okay, so more grinding. Okay, so I'll put down the reading in a second. But this is about you kind of coming to grips with what you have believed in the past. This is people pleasing. This is doing too much. This is putting way too many irons in the fire. This is like, why can I not get what I want? Because you don't believe it. Ace of Swords is coming through to say, oh, really? Then all I have to do is believe it. Three of Swords. I've been disappointed in the past. I'm not going to believe it. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, 3 and 6 is 9 of Pentacles. So there's something here about believing in yourself. There's something here about, hey, listen, your job is to help people. Your job is to get your mission and purpose out there. What you believe is possible is the thing that's blocking you. I feel like the universe doesn't have much compassion for that right now. I feel like the universe is saying, listen, get on your horse. Okay, put in the time and effort that's necessary, because there are people who need you. And I think you're wrestling, some of you are really wrestling a lot with, am I doing the right thing? Should I do this? Is this the right time? I think a lot of you are wrestling with those issues, right? 5 of Wands, King of Cups, Star. Healing those issues. I like it. Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Wow. 5 of Swords, Knight of Swords, Death, 9 of Cups, Devil. Wow. 3 of Cups. Okay. So this is one of those readings that, what was that? Did you hear that? I don't even know what that was. Okay. All right. So this is I was going to say, this is one of those readings that has this distinct bubble for me in terms of timelines. This feels like like this weekend, in the United States, it's Labor Day, that's a holiday. And the 10 of Cups is an October kind of time frame. So things are shifting this weekend when Venus goes direct, Jupiter goes into retrograde. October is when Pluto gets back into going direct. Even though it's still in Capricorn, it gets back into going direct. So there's a sense here of like, what I think is possible is completely driving my capability right now, instead of my belief in myself. That's got to change, the Death card here. I just feel like you might think you're being naive, or you might sound like someone who's not all that worldly. If you're talking in such a way that has your belief about yourself or your belief about what's possible is kind of expansive, I feel like there's people around you who could really knock you down. And so I'm going to say to you that it's important for you to only share with people who are like-minded, or only share. It's not everybody deserves to hear your dreams. Not everybody deserves to hear what your plans are or what you want to create. Not everybody is in that space. And I feel like that's why we got this, the 10 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. I feel like we got this because, you were maybe open about something and someone shut you down. You were ready to be available to do your mission and purpose. You're really open, and then along come people who are really wanting to knock you down. So I just feel like it's not about not aligning with your dreams or your mission and purpose or anything like that. The relief comes from knowing who to share it with and who not to. Okay? Knowing who is worthy of your trust. And when people have trust issues, they often think that I just keep getting people who around me who are bad, and so I can't trust anybody and everything like that. The fact is, you can't trust yourself to choose between someone who is on your path, someone who's aligned with you, and someone who's just going to pull the rug out from underneath you. Now, admittedly, as a Sagittarius, little naive person here, admittedly, you come across people who are kind of jamming your gears in terms of your ability to see their clear intention. It's because they don't have a clear intention either, but they do have a sense of like, well, that's not possible for me. So they might be a little hopeful in their conversation with you. You might feel like this person is on your path too, but in reality, they have a negative story they're telling themselves. So much so that they are also affecting your energy. Okay? They're also affecting your energy. So this Five of Wands, oh, that's what it is. It's like, what's going on? All right, so clarify this Five of Swords for me. What is this about? Yeah, Moon, Hierophant, Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands. So this is this may seem like not a big deal to just be more discerning. I think this is what's being healed, is your ability to be discerning about people and to be able to kind of align your mind with your true desires. The thing is that we have these beautiful desires that come out of our heart and we want to create something, and then our mind says, I'm sorry, that's not possible, right? Like we were saying before, that's not possible. And your mind is very susceptible to social conditioning, very susceptible to the stories that you were told as a child. And it's coming from the subconscious too. It's not just coming from you're consciously knowing this. You're just like, those things aren't possible for me. You may not even know why you say that. Okay. This is coming from an authority figure, someone who thinks they're an authority figure, who's planted a lot of seeds in your mind that have held you back. And whatever they are, I really recommend that you pay attention to the stories you tell yourself. Okay. We talk a lot about this in our heart healing group on Wednesdays. What are the stories you're telling yourself? How are you outlining what's possible for you? Because I think you're telling yourself a lie about what's possible. And then I think you also have a story that I need to do some stuff for other people in order for them to let me survive, or to give me love, or to let me get more money, or let me get more stature. I need other people to survive. And we do need other people in our lives. There's no question about that. But I feel like this is more of a childhood kind of like, I need people to survive. If I don't have people around me, then I'm never going to survive. I just think that that's untrue. And I feel like the message is coming through saying like, let's stop, because what you're doing is you might be attracting people who are very interested in holding you down. They see your potential. They see it, but they don't want you to achieve it. So it's like squash. Okay. It's like squash. And I feel like you now know this. The clarity has come through. The Ace of Swords has come through. And I feel like it's finally like shifting and changing you and healing you. A lot of the readings this week and into last week have been talking about healing. So there's definitely something here for me about you. It's all in your head. And I don't mean to be condescending or anything like that. The message that is coming in is saying, learn to be discerning about who you're telling information to, or learn to be discerning about who you're helping and who you're bringing in. I feel like this is maybe a story for just some of you. There's somebody here who I don't feel like on purpose. Well, they're the ones who feel like they can't do. And so when they see somebody who can, or who has, or who is doing, this person feels like they need another person to make themselves successful. So they glom onto you. Okay. And you could be doing that with other people, that you can only be successful in a pair, or in a team, or something like that, that this North Node in Aries is really pushing your buttons about what you think is possible for you. And I think you're telling yourself a lie. I think you're getting manipulated by people who seek to keep you down. And you are finally opening up to this. The karmic path right now is saying, hey, now you're finally being discerning about who you let in and who you don't. You're finally aware that there are some people who are not worthy of your trust. Message. They're not worthy of your trust. Celebration. Hallelujah. This trust issues are being healed because it's flipping around. You think that other people are all untrustworthy and you don't have a role to play in choosing who you connect with. That's not true. Empower yourself to make choices that are going to keep you online or in in the path of moving forward. So if you're choosing to help people who can't help themselves, okay, and they're seeing you as kind of like, hey, maybe if I hook on with this person, see this devil energy, maybe if I hook on with this person, I'll be able to be more successful. Or, and listen, it happens to the best of us. Like, we're like, wow, I want what that person has, so I'm going to go hook on with them. But, and that's okay, because that's true. Like, you connect with people who are really going places. That's a good thing. But what are you bringing to the table then? What can you bring to the table? I think that's the thought. And if you're somebody who other people try to latch onto, what are they bringing to the table? Okay, there's definitely something about that. This Nine of Cups is the near future here. Tower, Four of Pentacles, Strength, and the Magician. You have really worked through something here. I feel like what's been blown up is your sense of, I got to keep what I have, or I'm not able to be available when people come around because I don't know who I can trust. I'm blowing apart the fact that I'm holding myself back. I'm really starting to manifest from a place of courage. I'm blowing this up, that I am not worthy, or I'm not available for money, or I'm not available for happiness, or I'm not available because, someone told me once that I wasn't, or that I need other people to survive. I feel like this massively transformational paradigm is being delivered to you in this whole time of retrograde. So Uranus in retrograde is about surprise. This is where the change is going. And it's an internal surprise, right? Internal surprise. Like, oh, wow, I'm holding back when I should be manifesting from a place of power. To hell with what these people think. Because when someone tries to keep you in a bubble, or when someone tries to tear down your self-esteem, you're like, I see you. Jealous. I see you. I see you. So that's where we're going here. And I like this Ten of Cups. I like this Queen of Pentacles. It does feel to me like there's a lot of satisfaction coming down the road. I will go deeper into this reading. If you want to continue with me, if this is your reading, there's a link below. Let's keep going, Pathfinders. Let's keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.